Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout. Today I'm going to be reviewing Solo, a Star Wars movie. It feels so weird even saying it. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so I got to see a screening of the movie, and let me just say that this is a remake. Disney already filmed 90%, a little more than 90% of this movie, and then they fired the original directors. They hired an acting coach to work with the two lead actors, the actor that plays Han Solo and then the actor that plays Lando, because apparently they didn't like what was going on. I guess it was more of like a buddy movie, kind of like a Lethal Weapon buddy cop type movie, which after seeing this, I wish I could see. I mean, I wish they would have like a dual screening, and hopefully, it's never going to happen, but hopefully in the Blu-ray, there's something from the previous filming. Again, I mean, that's just something I wish I could see. Okay, let's go with the, there's no spoilers. If you want to spend your money in this thing, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Let's go with the pacing. Pacing was extremely uneven, okay? In the beginning, it was pretty slow. Then there's a lot of like predictable explosions in it, and then the pacing is just slow with the whole thing. When you watch a trailer, it looks like a Fast and the Furious type of thing, you know, except you're in a spaceship, tons of explosions, zipping around all over the place, you know, balls to the wall action. It's very formulaic in the in the violence and the action. I hate to say it, it's been too Disneyified. It's so just assembly line storytelling and filmmaking, you know, and it just was boring. And I never thought I would say that Han Solo would be boring or a Star Wars movie would be boring. I mean, I even thought The Phantom Menace was kind of, you know, it was kind of interesting, and there were some funny things in it and stuff, but this, it's kind of like, you know, just whatever. If you're a little kid, you're probably going to like it. If you're an adult, you're not going to really care for it at all. It's very forgettable. You know, the actor that played Han Solo was nothing like Harrison Ford at all. And I mean, you can't be. You know, Harrison Ford is Harrison Ford. There's nobody else like him. Even if they got like Chris Pratt to do the character, it would still be off. And this is the problem, and I might even do a video on this. This is the problem with the Han Solo character. The Han Solo character, when it was created by Harrison Ford. Okay, it wasn't like a comic book character or a cartoon character that was on for decades and then somebody stepped in to fill the role. Like, for instance, Christopher Reeve and Superman, or Michael Keaton and Batman, and they can bring in new people to play that role because it's already an established character. With Han Solo is Harrison Ford. So when you have somebody come in and you play it, it's just really off. And then when the person is so different than Han Solo, I mean, they might as well just had like, they might as well have picked somebody of a different race too to play him. They might as well just had, you know, a black guy or somebody else play Han Solo, because it would have, you know, it would have been just totally different anyway. The actor that played Lando, he did a nice job, but I mean, nobody's as cool as Billy D. Williams. Nobody. And what's even weirder is that because now the reviews are coming out and it's not good, the writer at Disney, of all things, put out a statement saying that Lando, the coolest character in Star Wars, is now like a pansexual or something, which I don't know what that is. Like, you're attracted to panda bears, or I don't know what. I had to Google it to look up what that is. Basically, like, you're open for anything type of thing. And I'm thinking, why would you say something like that? It doesn't matter what somebody's sexual preference is with a character. And what I think it is it's just a really sad attempt by Disney to just try to get some sort of controversy, get people talking about the movie. But, you know, it succeeded. People are talking about the movie, but it doesn't mean they want to go watch it now. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what that was all about. You know, the best part of this movie is what I've said all along, and it's Chewie. Everybody wants to see Chewie, and you know, they got a really tall guy to play Chewie. It's the same guy that was Chewie in The Force Awakens and also The Last Jedi. He did an excellent job. You know, Chewie's funny. He's one of my favorite characters in the whole Star Wars universe. And so I really, really enjoyed that. What's really interesting is the Rotten Tomatoes scoring of this. So, okay, as of yesterday, last evening, the critic score was 71%, which is okay, you know? That's not bad. I mean, for a movie like this, I would like to see like over 80, you know? The audience score, now this is the real kicker. The audience score was 58%, okay? Which is not good. So I go back to Rotten Tomatoes and I look at the critic score and the audience score again. The critic score is the same, 71%, but the audience score now has dipped down to 52%. So it dipped down overnight 6%. So I'm thinking this thing is going to be probably in the same realm of The Force Awakens. It's probably going to dip down to about 48% when it's all said and done. They're not selling toys. I'm reading some of the sales reports on the kids' toys. They're just not selling, the same as The Force Awakens. And yeah, I mean, I have to say, you know, Carolyn Kennedy just doesn't get Star Wars. She doesn't get why it's popular. She gets movies. You know, she has a lot of experience with movies. She worked with Steven Spielberg for years and George Lucas. That's how she became the head of Lucasfilms. But as far as the mindset of the audience, what the audience likes about Star Wars, she does not get it all. And it's crystal clear. I mean, it's just blatantly obvious. Okay, so here's my rating. Out of 10, I'm going to give this thing a 5.5. So 5.5 Wookiees out of 10 Wookiees is what I'm going to give this thing. And yeah, and that's just because of the visual effects being really cool. Other than that, this movie is going to be forgotten in a year. I would even say maybe 6 months is going to be forgotten, at least until the next Star Wars movie comes out. But that's a whole other story. Well, everyone, that's my review of Solo, a Star Wars movie. If you want to get future rants, reviews, and original content, click subscribe. Later.